Welcome to section 3.3 of the Cisco CCT Data Center Certification Series. In this video, we're going to be talking about the different NXOS command modes. All right, so the topics we're going to cover in this video is going to be the exec command mode, the global config mode, and then the interface configuration mode. All right, so the different NXOS modes. So at first there's going to be the exec mode. So after you log in, you enter the credentials. You're going to see a prompt that looks like this one up here by my cursor. Switch A, that's what exec mode looks like. From that level, you're primarily going to be doing like show commands. You can look at log outputs, but you're mostly going to be looking at, it's used to look at information about the system, right? Look at configuration, look at error messages, logs, debugs, all sorts of stuff like that. And then global configuration mode is what you have to go into to actually start configuring that device. One note, for NXOS, it's different than the, I guess you could say, iOS XE or all the like the Catalyst. The Catalyst, like if you come from the enterprise networking background like I do, you're used to having to put in conf t. You don't have to put the T in anymore. You don't have to put the T in for terminal anymore. It's just config or just conf, probably conf, and that would take you into the global configuration mode. And that looks like what I have there with just the switch A config and then the pound sign. All right, and with the magic of editing, I have actually changed the slide because I realized that there was an important detail that I was leaving out. And so if you're looking at interface configuration mode, I've entered the command that you would enter from global configuration mode to take you into the interface for Ethernet 2/2. So an interesting note here, if you come from the enterprise networking realm, you always had to enter the speed of the interface. Like if it was gigabit Ethernet, you'd have to enter gig E and specify the speed of the interface. So for NXOS mode, they've removed that. So you don't have to know what speed the interface is. You can just go interface Ethernet 2/2, and regardless of what speed it is, it'll take you into the interface configuration mode. And then the last line there, I have the config-if. That lets you know that you're in interface configuration mode. And so I know what you're thinking. There's a lot more to configure in Nexus than that, and configuring Nexus, is a topic for multiple hours of a training course. But for the purposes of being the DCTECH, most of what you're going to have to do is get into a device and then maybe probably configure an IP address on an interface or something like that. And for the purposes of the exam, that's all Cisco really wants you to know, I think. All right, that sums up this lesson. Again, we went over the exec command mode, the global config mode, and interface configuration mode. If you found that helpful, think about giving a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.